What's going on, guys? I'm back for another LEGO video. Today, I am with some of my friends, and we are going to be doing a podcast and talking about LEGO Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 2, LEGO Dreams, the new series that just came out, and its relationship to LEGO Ninjago Dragons Rising. And we will also be talking about the helmet warts or helmet holes on the new LEGO 501st and 212th Troopers for Star Wars The Clone Wars. And then we might talk about some other stuff in between those. So, at first glance, what are y'all's initial thoughts on Lego Ninjago doing a part two for Dragons Rising instead of just doing the full season at one time? Like, I think it builds up hype for it, but I feel like they should have done the first season, the whole first season at one time, and then added the second season later on instead of doing part one and part two, where at the end of part one, pretty much nothing has happened. And this will contain spoilers for Dragons Rising Part One if y'all have not seen it. So
I mean, I feel like I understand they had to film the rest of it. They you can't just film an entire series. It's not easy, especially. I'm pretty sure they didn't give them a tremendous budget for it either. And yeah, you're right. They do have to build up hype, and also you take pauses in between seasons and stuff like that to see if the fans even want it. So yeah.
but I mean it is one season, so it's kinda like should they have done that though? So I mean, what are your thoughts on it, Blobfish?
In my opinion, I feel like I always love the shows like how Disney does like the Ahsoka show and stuff like that. How they'll set up it where episodes come out like weekly or so. I feel like they could have done that.
Periodically.
Yeah, they could have done something like that to kind of build up more hype than just
Yeah,
kind of
I
what they
feel like
did.
they should have. I feel like they should have done either the full season at one time or done like the episodes one each week until
Yeah,
to where they because like I get that they wanted something to come out at Comic-Con and that they brought out Lord or the Ryu at Comic-Con, the exclusive one, but I'm like you could have done season two instead of, or you could have just had that next episode that was going to be releasing later on that week. You could have had that one there. But instead of doing the entire trailer for part two where nobody else could see it until it came out 2 months later, it's like, I don't know.
yeah, it's a
It's
pretty long time to have to wait
because,
just
I
for
mean,
a
it's still not
season.
out and it's coming out 8 days from now. So, I mean, it's like, really? Because you had to wait. I think they just put out the trailer for it like a couple days ago, and it's so annoying because I'm like, you could have put it out so early, and it could have built up so much hype, or you could have just put out the whole season at one time, and it would have been so much better than having part one and then part two, where part one has nothing that happened in the entire part one. At the end, it's just they're back where they started, and I'm like, I mean, they're further back from where they started because they had all the ninjas when they started, but then it goes and now you only have Zane, Lloyd, Aaron, Sora, and Kai. Well, Nia too, but they were scouting the whole time. So I mean, it's like it should have been more than what they hyped it up to be because they hyped it up so much, and then I was really excited to see Cole and all of them again, but without them, the season just isn't the same, and none of it is the same without Jay. He brings all the humor from all the original seasons, and without him, it's not as funny. It's not as good at all in any sense as it was in 2011 to 2022, because they had all the ninjas in all of those seasons, and then now they're trying to take out a ninja every season. If y'all didn't know, they're trying to take out a ninja every season that they do on Dragons Rising. Every time they're going to take out one ninja and replace it with another one. And I feel like they should have added ninjas like they did with Nia, and not taken them out, just had them stay there, but it's just like you have them for a couple seasons and then they become a ninja, to where it's not like Dareth. He's not a main ninja. but he's still in there, and you still see him from time to time. I feel like they should have done that with Aaron and Sora instead of making them the main thing, because you didn't even the whole first episode was the merge, and then the rest of it was just you watching the just watching them run around and try and find stuff. So it's like I don't get why they would do that. It just doesn't make sense compared to the what it should be.
Yeah, and you have to remember they do eventually have to switch characters out. I mean, the show, it was great. I love Ninjago. I love the original characters, but you do have to see that eventually it's got to die, and really they're doing more than they should. Like, normally shows, when a show dies, they just leave it there, they end the season, but they're actually trying to keep it alive. They really are, because like they could have just ended Ninjago at the last season, they all live happily ever after, or everything like just crashed or something, everyone died. But they actually went back and are trying to like keep it alive. They're bringing in new characters, and I kind of see how that's a good thing at the same time, because Ninjago won't die; it'll live on in Dragon's Rising or whatever they do after this. But at the same time, you're gonna miss old characters, but it's better than them just dropping the show completely.
Like they did a really good job combining it with like Ninjago-ish vibes, because I mean, if y'all didn't know, in one of the episodes they do bring in the like Ninjago season, and I thought that was really cool. What were y'all's thoughts on it, them bringing it in, especially Quinn, because Blobfish hasn't watched it yet.
I feel like it was kind of cool. Like I felt like it was. I'm glad that they're trying to like bind their different shows together. I don't want it to become something that just like lives off of Ninjago, but at the same time, or like other Lego shows, especially like old nostalgic ones. But that I feel like it's okay. I feel like it's a decent thing that they are tying them at least in together. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think it would have been way cooler if and way more nostalgic if they had added, instead of season 8, if they would have done like season 1 with like the scene with Samukai and Wu fighting. That would have been way more nostalgic than the scene with the Sons of Garmadon coming into the temple. I mean, I get it. It's supposed to be like a really cool scene, but I just feel like the original scenes would have been so much more nostalgic, as in just because like they're so they're so much better than the newer ones, because the newer ones are just trying to add more stuff to make it look good, and I feel like the original ones didn't. So I mean, do you have any other thoughts on like the dream sets or anything? Because like I feel like the sets are pretty good for the theme compared to what
Yeah,
they should
most
be.
of the dream sets that I've seen are actually like really cool, and though some of the Ninjago ones aren't as cool as they can be, but they're pretty nice.
Yeah, I feel like the dreams has like went so much off of what Lego goes. Like normally they have so many unique pieces that they've made for them. It's just like you've never seen them before. Especially like, what do y'all think of the new timepiece, the sand timer?
Which set was that in again?
It's in Z-Blob's mech. It's pretty much in every set except for like the smallest one. They come with all of the streamers, especially like the new molds for the
Oh
minifigures.
yeah, that looks sick.
Yeah, like especially the molds for the new like little minifigures. They're like so cool, and so I have one. I got Z-Blob from the polybag, and like they're so weird. It's so not what you would expect. It's like a little bear, but then they just changed it just a slight amount, just to where you can add a head and arms, or little things that can go into the arms, and like all the new pieces. I almost feel like they would have done the new pieces for Ninjago. Like, what do y'all think about like the new pieces that they've added for Ninjago, like the helmets and everything? So, like, what are y'all's opinions on like the new flame pieces? Like Quinn was just saying, it was like, are you
Oh,
talking
these are
about like
sick.
yeah, like the blue flame pieces, or the not blue, green for the Z Blob mech, or what set are you talking about for?
I was looking at the blue ones, from like the spaceship and stuff, but I'm also looking at like the tailpiece. I think it's the same one. Either it's clear or it's the same one, but it looks like a
Yeah.
clearish on the crocodile car.
I really, dude, I kind of want to get one of these sets just for the sword. Like, if y'all see the sword, it looks insane. The blue, I think they have blue and pink swords both, but they're so cool compared to like all the old swords. I wish that they would bring back chrome. It would be so nice if they brought back chrome.
Yeah,
Dude,
Chrome was really nice, especially like the lightsaber handles. They were
Yeah,
just
like they kind of have brought them back, and I'm like, just go the full way and bring them back because
yeah.
I do they even make any pieces still in chrome? I don't
Um,
remember.
I know on I have a set. It's the Paul Walker Skyline set. They have like two chrome pieces, which are the chrome exhausts on his car, which are like
That's not the old
it,
chrome that I'm talking
yeah,
about. I'm
not the old
talking about
chrome. It's the newest chrome.
yeah,
It's
I'm saying they
it's
should bring back the old one.
it's slightly different, but it looks the same
Yeah, I feel
almost.
like they should bring back the old one. It just looks so good and so clean. Just like, do they? The only thing that I can think that they might would still have it on would be the Lord of the Rings rings. Did they? Was that released in Rivendell? Did they
they
have any
do
ring?
have rings in that set. Uh, I can
So
look.
yeah, because I don't remember. That would be the only thing that I could think that they would have it on now. But I mean, moving over to the helmet holes for Lego Star Wars, what are y'all's initial opinions on that?
Why do they exist? That's my opinion.
What's yours, Blobfish?
It's kind of pointless, but I mean, it's kind of
Yeah, I feel the same way, kind of. But then if you okay, so their whole thing was they're inaccurate, correct?
yeah, I would say
So the whole theory is proven wrong though, because if you look at Commander Cody, there's a scene of him with the visor above where the original holes were, the spots where they were supposed to be, and there's an antenna coming out of where that hole is. So that already disproves, and like, I get that they needed that, and it looks really nice whenever you have something in the holes, but whenever they're out, because I'm just displaying them from the front, they don't look that bad, and I have them so close together that you don't really notice that they have holes in them, and especially for mocks and things, it'll look really nice for custom troopers and like different to customize commanders, things like that. It looks really nice whenever you're adding those, and you have the option to add a visor or a macro on it.
yeah,
Like,
I know what you're talking about. I feel like for characters that don't need the like the visors or anything like that, I feel like they shouldn't have added them. But the ones that did need it, I think they should have kept it. It's kind of like they shouldn't have done it on almost all of them.
yeah, I feel like they should have done it. The one that I really wanted them to do it on is the commanders. I feel like they did a really good job on the commanders, but I do feel like they should have kind of slacked off on the like actual figures, because compared the 332nd battle pack to the original 332nd trooper, the original one looks so much better than than the new one.
Well, I mean the V is off too. Like right? Are we talking about the 220 or 3?
332nd, the Ahsoka clones.
Yeah.
I think
I
those
think the
those don't have a V. That you're thinking
yeah,
of the
those are the 212, yeah.
yeah. So
Hey, how
I
I
know
about
did
you go grab
find
one real quick if you have one and show it to the
hang on.
camera?
Okay, hang on.
the Lord of the Rings one. I know he doesn't have his headphones on, but I did find the Lord of the Rings one and the ring, and it is a chrome gold. So yeah, I
All
don't
right,
know
I'm
why
back.
they.
Okay,
Yeah, I was saying I did find the Lord of the Rings ring. I even had the picture. Maybe you can put it up right now in the video later editing. but I have saved it to the computer. I'll send it to you later. But I found the picture. It is chrome gold, the ring in that set. So I don't know why they haven't brought it back.
Yeah, so this is the original one. This with the 501st torso and the helmet, and then these are the new helmets. Like it actually like look at the detailing between the like face right there. It's like a darker gray and everything, but those are the holes compared to like the original ones.
Isn't it weird how much it can change between times?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's like way better. The original ones are way better compared to the new ones. So, I
It,
mean,
and it and it's weird because it hasn't been that long since those came out.
yeah, it's all up to like if you would rather have the like playability versus the accuracy of I mean, and I know that there's a
yeah.
whole bunch of custom people out there who make um Clone Army customs and things like that that make the right helmets. But I mean, I feel like you should have the option to get it from Lego to where it's actually official Lego.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I feel like they should have had it like if you want to buy the you can have the option to pick one, but like it's kind of iffy because some people just kind of put them on display and some people want to actually play with the
yeah,
minifigure.
I feel like it's just on your opinion if you would rather have it as the right or if you would rather have it as
Yeah, because I feel like if people who want to get it like in they'll kind of make hurt some people's feelings. I feel like if they just kind of take it off and leave it to only the right, because
yeah, yeah, because it's like, should you do that? Probably not. Should you use the helmet holes that are already there? Probably, but it looks. I see what they were going for with, especially. I believe it was Commander Fox that initially announced the helmet holes, and because they already had the mold for that, they just used it because his mold was actually had the little it had the ridge on the side with the helmet hole above it to where they could have that antenna, and I feel like they should have just stayed with that, and that's what they did. But it's not as accurate. He's the only one that's like that though. Because like if you look at it, he's the only one that has the extra rangefinder with the macro on top of it. But I mean, it's all up to if you want accuracy or if you want playability.
and this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Um, I was hoping Joseph edit today, so that's why I am in the outro. All right.